coming up is a woman. A woman is going to do comedy. This is just fucking insane. This month, last year, she was comic in residence. Since then, she's taken over her own show at Tavern at the End of the World every week, every Wednesday. You should definitely check that out. Next week, she's flying out to Seattle for their international festival, and we just think the world of her. Let's welcome Phoebe Engel.
Started with my joke, something that just happened. I went downstairs. Have you guys seen what's going on downstairs? There's like a massive Halloween party going on, and I went down to use the bathroom, and some drunk guy was just like, "What are you?" I'm like, "This is just me. I'm from Maine." That's true. I look like this because I'm from Maine. That looks really funny. That was something that happened last week. I was walking to work. I work over in Kenmore Square in Boston, and I got a pretty awesome cat call. I haven't gotten one of those in a while. It's like a construction zone over there right now. It's really crazy. And I was walking to work, and this guy yells at me from a building. He goes, "Girl, you got the kind of body we Latin men love, and I really hope your boyfriend appreciates it." And I was like, that is a really long cat call. That is like 2 sentences into conjunction. Like, you can't just yell all of that. You have to like just pick a part of it and yell it, and then it counts. I don't know, maybe it sounds better in Spanish. Anyone speak Spanish? Can you tell me? Anyway, so what I did was I just said, "Yeah!" And cat responded. I'll tell you what I do for work, even though it has no relevance to the story. I was walking to work. I have a pretty interesting job for a day job. Back when I was in college, I got myself 2 degrees. One in visual arts and sculpture, and the other in psychology, which is how I have my current day job, managing the liquor store in Kenmore Square. You can come see me sometime. We're going to the Red Sox, yay. The reason I don't do social work anymore, we like to play games at my liquor store. You can take this one home with you. It's not a real social work game. While we're working, me and my staff like to play this game. It's called Gay, Straight, or European. I didn't make it up. No credit me for the game, but we made some additions to it. We made some really fun additions. One of my employees came up with the idea of a lesbian or from Maine. And I didn't fire him. No. And then I came up with one, this is my favorite, which is Chinese or from the future. Amazing haircuts, those are future haircuts. I'm so jealous. Misha, I mean, you saw it as a great haircut. You can play it, I'm glad you like it. Back to the cat call. I do have a boyfriend, and he does appreciate it. Yes. I'm dating a divorced guy. My boyfriend's divorced. You saw him earlier tonight. That's true. I'm dating a divorced guy, and I just turned 29. And I'm starting to feel like I'm getting older, like not because I've entered the divorced dating pool, but because earlier this summer I took him to the 7th wedding I've been invited to be in. And so I'm starting to think, concerning the wedding, like either I bookend a wedding photo really well, or they just need someone there to be drunker than the bride. Anyways, I took him to this wedding and I had to make a speech. I always have to give a speech because I'm a comedian and they don't know I'm actually being mean, and I get away with it. So I gave this speech, and then other people gave terrible speeches, and they kept saying things like, "Oh, Emily, he's stuck with you now, isn't he? You're stuck together." I'm like, "Oh, Trevor, You got her on lockdown. You locked it down. Good for you, buddy. Locking that down. And then people started drinking and asking me inappropriate questions. Like, Phoebe, when are you going to lock this down? When are you going to lock that one down? Lock it down. I'm like, guys, that phrase really doesn't apply to me. I already know he can escape. Sometimes when I tell people that I'm dating a divorced guy, their reaction is, oh no, oh no. He doesn't have kids, does he? He doesn't have kids. And I have to be like, oh no. I went certified pre-owned on this one. One previous owner, no accidents. My dumb, happy, married friends. They're starting to have kids now, my friends, on purpose. Just kind of fucked up. And now what's happening is this has been going on for like 4 years now. So now my friends are starting to bring their children to parties, like without asking. We can't party anymore. Like, these days I show up to parties and I'm like, oh, you brought a baby? You brought a baby? I brought a funnel. Can we make this work? It's nice because like I figure out who like my real like life adult friends are. They're the ones who let me hold their toddler drunk, which is super fun. Hanging out with toddlers when you're drunk. But like it usually takes a turn at some point because like fine, you draw on me if I pass out on the couch with my shoes on. That's fine, we all laugh. But if I do it, I'm an asshole. I am sorry I drew on your baby. Make better life choices. Stop hanging out with me. Like, you're no fun anymore. I remember when you used to take your tits out at parties for a completely different reason. This sucks. Speaking of not reproducing, I took the subway here. I did. Gross. And I already mentioned that I work at a liquor store. I'm kind of poor. And I saw this ad that was a little encouraging. It really got my attention. It was about this big and a pregnant woman on it. This beautiful ad. It's like Argyle and stuff flowing around, makes no sense. And the ad reads, let me know if you've seen it. It says, be excellent. Give the gift of family. Donate eggs. Seen this ad? It's like sandwiched like right between like, are you gonna kill yourself and don't you wish you went to college? You know, the red line. Red line. We all took it here tonight. Anyways, I saw that and I was like, well, that's pretty interesting and I'm pretty excellent. Let's look this up and see how this works. And it turns out, ladies, if you do this, you can make $8,000 every time you do it. You look shocked. Like, yeah, every time. It's for real. I thought two things. I was like, first of all, they have no idea how the word donation works. And second, fucking sweet, rip up my degrees, new career for Phoebe, a farm. Be a farm now. And then I read on. It turns out you can never have so much as like smoked a cigarette, done a drug, or had a drink in your entire life to do this. Serious, right? And I just kind of looked back at the ad. I looked around where I was. I looked at my phone where I looked it up, and I just said, fuck you, this is the subway. Who the hell is doing your advertising? I am the only sober person on this train, and I am talking to myself. I listen to a lot of Boston Public Radio because I look like this. They make you. I was listening to it, and apparently they did this study recently. And they were talking about how 29 is the best age to be a woman. Yes, Boston Public Radio, NPR, you know? And they said it's the best age to be a woman because it's the best age to get married. And it's the best age to start a family. It's the best age to start a family. You know, because it's the best age to make new friends. And it's the best age to be single as well, ladies. You know? And I was listening to this, and I was just like, that doesn't sound like the best at all, Boston Public Radio. That actually sounds really aggravating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start listening to Fox News. Because at least I know they're lying to me. Good night, Cambridge. Thank you very much.
Such an interesting coincidence, because I went downstairs to use the bathroom and they said, nice costume.